TIMBERrr!
Oh.
السلام عليكم.
Ahlan,
كيف
hello
حالك؟
everybody. Alhamdulillah. Doing great. How are you doing?
It's been a long time, Ali. Haven't seen you since last week.
No, we've met 2 days ago. Don't remember? I gave you this
Really?
hat, this cap. Don't you remember?
I'm getting old, man.
You
So how
are
are you
old.
today?
Good.
What's cooking for today?
Nothing, man. Nothing much. I mean, everything.
MashaAllah. Today we have a special show and we have a special guest. And today we're talking about something very interesting, something different. We've never spoken about this before, but we are honored and pleased to have our guest today, who is a young Omani talent. He has gray beard like us, but he's young, mashallah. So care to join us to welcome Mr. Mohammed KHAIFY. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Hello.
How are you
Mohammed.
today?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for welcoming me into
MashaAllah, look,
your channel.
you look like the dawn, man.
Thank you
He
very
looks
much.
like a dawn, but I don't know, for some reason something went wrong on your camera, but I think that will
Is it?
It'll be solved
Yeah.
inshallah soon. I think it's something to do with the network, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything is well.
So how are you, Mohammed? How's everything?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wajib sukr. Everything is fine, Alhamdulillah. Going on.
I am really looking forward for today's show because the topic is very interesting, and I've known you for a very long time, and I knew you were working in one of the organization, and suddenly I heard that you retired. Mohammed, you're almost younger than us. What happened? Why did you retire?
When you get an opportunity, you have to take it sometimes. Eh?
Yes, definitely.
Where I was working, there was, I mean, if you complete 15 years, you can choose to take an early retirement. And it was a good choice for me that time. Until now, Alhamdulillah. Yani.
I think, Mohammed, one of the things that a lot of people are falling into is they tend to work until the age of 60. When they retire, they are too old, too sick, and too tired to do anything. But the choice that you took is an amazing choice, and you got to explore who Mohammed is really, and you have learned a new skill, which really fascinated us. And me and Ali, when we saw it, we said we have to get Mohammed on the show and talk about it. So Mohammed, you're into carpentry. صح?
Yes. It's something I wanted to do for a long time, and I've been, for the last 10 years maybe, I've been collecting tools but not using them, just staying on the dust and collecting dust. And
so you had the idea since 10 years ago?
I always wanted to do this hobby, but I didn't know how to start, really. Every time,
you didn't have the skill, Yan?
No, zero skills.
MashaAllah.
Why am I blurry? Sorry. Can I try to change the camera, Ali? You think it will work? Or?
I think it's something to do with the network. It's fine. I think it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a bit blurry. Yes, it's a bit blurry.
Yeah, but you can't change it now.
You guys want to look good and make me look bad, I think. Oh?
No, you're the guest of honor, man, and you're already looking good with the bandana.
Yeah. So coming back to carpentry, the last maybe a year and a half, I decided to go ahead and start a small workshop. And I had zero knowledge, so I had to go on YouTube, learn everything, you know, and I think do a lot of mistakes at the beginning. But it was challenging, but it was interesting at the same time, because really when you start doing something from nothing and then accomplished an item or a table or something, that feeling is amazing.
You know, Mohammed, it's very strange the way you learned carpentry, because normally people go through the traditional way where you work in a workshop, there's an instructor, they teach you how to use the tools, you start practicing, and then you get it done. But you have learned the modern way through YouTube, and this is a message or a call out to all the young people out there today. They spend a lot of hours on YouTube for entertainment, watching shows and so on, but they can actually learn anything and they can make a living out of it and become very skillful, such as Muhammad. So, Muhammad, I salute you for this effort, learning through YouTube, and going through your page on the Instagram, seeing some of the products that you're doing. It's amazing, mashallah. It's not the skills of someone who learned this from YouTube. It I think the angels must have descended from the sky and taught you while you're sleeping.
Believe me, we are good in showing the good stuff. We don't show the bad stuff where we're going through. It's a good way of marketing, but believe me, we go through a lot of mistakes. I mean, sometimes you come and try to do something and it just doesn't work. I mean, many times I'll go back to YouTube and search about that angle or that cut or that corner, and it doesn't work. So I just close the workshop, go find a nice karak place, have a karak, you know, maybe a bread with it.
Muhammad, what was your first inspiration? I mean, everybody would have an inspiration that guides them towards what they want to do in life. So what was your inspiration for being, working in carpentry or having that particular talent?
I've been always fascinating with wood and with type of wood and with grain and the trees, in general. So I think it started from seeing a lot of furniture out there, and always was whenever I see a furniture, an item, a table, I'll always go down, go up, go on the side and try to understand how is it connected. It's just a curiosity. How is the wood being attached together? What type of wood is this? And one day, and subhanallah, I just started. It was something, and it's amazing when you love something. You just flow. It just flows. It's challenging, but it just flows. Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Muhammad, normally when you start something new and you fail in the beginning or you find it difficult, you just let go. You don't want to continue. What made you continue? What gave you the momentum to continue? Is it friends? Is it family? Is it people who around you encouraged you to continue this, or you were doing it in secrecy?
I have to thank my parents for that, really, for the way they brought us. It was always never to surrender. I mean, Hatim, I'm sure you've worked with my father and you know him very well. And
I know him very well.
So it started from there. We don't surrender. We just we fail and we stand up again.
Continue.
And that helped a lot, yani. And especially in carpentry, you could be doing a work for a whole week, and with a small mistake, it can just mess all your 1 week of work. And it's frustrating sometimes. It's frustrating sometimes, but wood is leaning with, and sometimes it's easy to fix, chop off, touch another thing. So it's easier that way. But sometimes you have to start all over.
So when you wanted to start Muhammad in the beginning, what was the first item that you thought I'm going to learn doing this? So was it a table? Was it a chair? Was it a cutting board? What was it?
Okay. It was a piece of wood. This is funny. I mean, me and my wife has always this issue with opening a carpentry or doing a carpentry in the house, because she says it's going to be messy and all that. So I said, let me do something for her. So I took a piece of wood and I brought a router machine and started carving her name outside at the garden.
Yes.
At the end of finishing that, when I looked down, I said, well, she's right. I'm going to make a mess in this house. So yeah, the first thing was her name, actually. I curved her name. Yeah, that was the first piece of wood. Yeah. That I did.
So,
I hope you got it right.
No.
You got the name right.
Do you have it? Do you have it with you?
The name is, right now I don't really, but it's still there, yeah.
I think that should be kept somewhere, because that was your first thing. So I think you should keep it somewhere in the showcase there with the date, if you remember the date.
True. And now with the knowledge I have, I could do it much, much better. I mean, then it was just trying the tool itself. It was my first time trying that tool and trying to use it. And something with, with the tools, they're always noisy and you are scared at the beginning to use them. You don't have the confidence to use them. When you turn the saw machine, is so loud, and it's just a process of training yourself until you get used to it.
Yeah, we have a question by Love for Humanity. It says, Muhammad, what do you want to those, or what do you want to say to those who perceive such skills like carpentry as low jobs and make people look down at those people, those skills? What do you want to say about that?
That's not true. I mean, people earning a lot of money in carpentry. Carpentry is a wide business. It goes from hotel furniture, yacht interiors, scales, even cars scales, they use them. It goes into everything. So no, it's not.
An entire industry.
Yes. I mean, what house doesn't have wood inside nowadays?
Yeah.
It is the idea of, the problem is with us, we look into cheap furniture and we think, okay, this is what wood is. But no, I know. I follow a Japanese master who worked for around 5 months to do one table. A whole 5 months, mashallah, to do one table, and that table gets sold for around 15,000 Riyal Omani.
Mashallah. Muhammad, can I be your business partner?
I didn't get there yet.
You can be the tester. If he makes a chair, I think to make sure if it's made very well, maybe he should invite you to sit on it, and you can do some tricks, Muhammad.
Well, that wouldn't be a very good idea with my weight. But Muhammad, listen, you do all the hard work and I'll do the marketing for you. How does that sound?
But I think what I understand from the previous question is other people looking down to those who have such skills. Looking at carpenter, he's just a carpenter. He's just a smith maker. So they're really looking down to people who have those skills. Even though in the past, I think this used to be one of the main things.
Ali, mentioning this, I had a very good friend who is a pastry chef. And he used to work in the best hotel in Oman for almost 15 years. And he quit his job and went to work in the desert, in the rig, just because his in-laws and his friends were embarrassed about his job because he's a chef. So this is exactly the same. The stereotyping, people looking down on skillful people, this is not right, because there is no shame in doing something that you love and something that is lawful and something that is passionate, and you are serving the community. Today we go and buy furniture for 500, 600 Riyals, which is a lousy furniture. It doesn't last for a very long time. and you don't get something that you really love, which is customized for you. So people like Muhammad, having people like Muhammad in the society is very important, because today I might want my wife's name curved in the living room. So I wouldn't go to one of the big furniture shops and they will provide me with that. But if I go to Muhammad, for sure it's going to give me a good discount, or maybe for free. So that's why we need people like Muhammad.
Are you having a plan, Hatim? Are you having a plan? When is your anniversary?
1st of January 2004. 2004. Yeah, 1st of January. Every year.
Man, you're lucky that you remember dates. Okay.
Well, if you don't remember your anniversary, you get shot, Ali.
You have to.
So I do remember.
Okay, there's another question by Rashid Al-KHAIFI. I think, Muhammad, you know him.
Well, I know him.
What was
the name project? Sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar to me too. So what's your biggest project that you have completed? Yeah, go ahead, Muhammad.
Okay, that is, I think the biggest project was my mom's pantry. She wanted a pantry on her first floor. And it was challenging because I never built cabinets before. I never built countertops before. So I had to go online again and, search how do you build a cabinet, how do you calculate, since I wasn't good in mathematics also, so it was a bit challenging there, do all the mathematics. So I had to reverse psychology, start from up, going down, and it took me around 20 days to do it. But alhamdulillah,
alhamdulillah.
It was a lot of mistakes going through it, but it was at the end it turned out to be a beautiful piece of art, alhamdulillah.
But your mom is happy. This.
Your mom is happy.
She's very happy. She's very happy.
So now I know where the question. Now I know where the question came from.
No, that's not my father. Actually, that's my son.
Oh, okay. Like grandson, like grandfather.
Yeah.
Now, Muhammad, working in a workshop with tools sometimes might be dangerous because you have the saw and the hammer and nails and other stuff and other equipment. How did you get used to working in an environment where you need to be careful? You need to go back home at the end of the day with all your 5 fingers. So, how did you get used to that?
Again, I have to thank YouTube for that. I mean, it was, for me, whenever I'm free, I'll just open YouTube and try to learn something related to the carpentry. And mashallah, and in YouTube, you see all these people, all these talent people, and their safety gears. And before they do anything, they will warn you, like, okay, in this tool, you have to wear your gloves and wear your mask and wear your dust. And some tools, you can't wear your gloves. So I think it was all online. I've learned online, and you really have to be careful because these tools are really dangerous. So even taking the cut, you have to gear up for it, and the dust is dangerous. So you always have to wear a mask. And I think learning is, as I said, learning is through YouTube. And I actually did one mistake once. Sometimes you let your guard down and you say, it's just a small cut. Let me just do it quickly. I don't have to wear the mask. And subhanallah, something just went straight into my eyes. And that was a lesson. Wow. Alhamdulillah, it didn't hit me. And it just went aside. I said, okay, that's a good lesson.
It is. I think we have to be careful and take everything into consideration, regardless of how small it is. And it doesn't matter whether it's in carpentry, even while driving your car. Don't just say I'm driving from here to the shop next to the house. I don't need to wear a seatbelt. So we should not underestimate this safety. Okay, having said that, now with the experience that you have, can you make anything that you see? Let's say if I take you to one of the furniture shops and show you a particular furniture that is made of wood, can you make the exact same furniture?
I think saying I can, yes, but I'll have to have all the tools. You know, it's not about the possibility of making it is yes, I can make it, but I'll have to have the tools to be able to do those certain types of furniture, which is in my small workshop. I still don't have them yet.
Mohammed, the workshop is at home, or you have a rented workshop outside your house?
So that thing with my wife and name, it didn't work out, so I was kicked out to do the workshop. The workshop is just close by the house. I have my office, and I took the small office on the side and turned it into a workshop. So whenever I'm free, I turn to the workshop to work.
Okay, we got a question for you from Musallam Al-KHAIFI. Do you know this guy? You don't know him.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Mohammed, it seems like you paid a lot of people today to ask questions.
Not hard questions. I mean, ask simple questions.
Okay, go ahead with the
question.
question.
The time between family, carpentry, and other businesses you have. See, carpentry to me is a hobby. So I wouldn't say it comes last, but I have a certain time I go to the office, which is just starts from 9 until 1 o'clock, and then again I'll go back 3 till 4, 5, depends. And
the office meaning the carpentry shop, or another office?
No, the development construction office. I have a construction business going on.
Okay.
So and the office, the next door office is the carpentry. I'm not required to be in the office always, so I manage always to sneak out. Whenever they need me, they'll call me to the office.
That's the best thing, man.
For anything. Yeah. And then I'll go back to the carpentry. And if they want, they come to the carpentry. If they need anything, the workers, they'll come ask me in the carpentry. So that's how I manage things. But yes, there is priorities in life that I always say, you know, this comes first, this comes second, this comes third. And that's how I manage things always.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mohammed, tell us the story.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
No. I'm waiting for a question. It's okay.
I think there is actually one question, unless Hatim, you want to go ahead first.
No, we'll take this question first. Okay, what does it say?
Okay, if it's not clear, let me just put it here. Okay. Some coin such important skills with fancy names to reduce the stigma of such skills. What do you think of that strategy? Or people stick to the original names? Is that English?
I don't know. What did you call your business, Mohammed?
It's just KHAIFY's Woodwork. My last name, KHAIFY's Woodworks. Sorry, guys. My English is not that strong. I didn't really understand that question. Can someone explain to me that question?
Love for humanity.
Ali, you're the one who went to university in the UK. Can you please explain the question?
Man, the three of us came from that school. You don't want to mention the name of the school.
Anyways, he has responded to the question.
Okay, before
Mohammed,
we do,
I'm so.
Go ahead, Hatim.
Mohammed, I'm very intrigued about your logo. What does it represent? What's the story behind the logo? I really love it.
Okay, so you have my name, and then the saw around.
That's the saw. Okay, just noticed that.
Yes, and the beard.
The beard.
Yeah.
So did you get someone to do the logo for you, or you just came up with the logo?
No, actually, we did the logo within 1 hour. Me and my neighbor, Azhar Al-Ma'wali, he comes sometimes to the workshop, mashallah alayhi, and he wants to learn. So we sat down, and with his iPad, I just told him, please just find something with a beard, and he just dragged things, copy paste, and we came up with the logo.
MashaAllah. When you meet Azhar, tell him your cousin Hatim Al says hello.
Inshallah.
Oman is a small place. Everyone is related to everyone. Now, Muhammad, where did you get the equipment from? Where did you buy the equipment from? Did you have to order them from abroad, or they are available here?
Some I ordered from abroad, some I bought from UAE, and some are available here. Yeah, so it's a mixture from here and there. And with carpentry, always, you know, it doesn't stop. You start with small tools, and then you want to upgrade to a bigger tools, and it doesn't stop.
So that's with the tools. What about the wood? Are there like specific type of wood for specific item, or you can just use any wood?
It depends what you want to build. I mean, if you're talking about cutting board, for example, there's a certain wood you have to use, like the fruits, the trees that comes with fruits, because they say don't use the wood that has no fruits. It could be poisonous. And also don't use wood with open grain. It might keep the germs inside. And so yeah, it depends what you want to build. You choose the wood.
Okay, I think the question that was asked previously, it actually meant about the names, the brand names. And if we use a name that is different from, let's say, instead of saying Carpentry, you use any fancy name, so that people will, will avoid or reduce that stigma about such skills. So people will not look down.
I don't see anything wrong of being a carpenter, actually, because really what we've seen as a carpenters, they're not carpenters. They are people who joint things only. Real skilled carpenters who can carve stuff, and really we don't have them much in this country. I see people, mashallah. I'm in a group of around 200 carpenters, Omanis, in Oman.
Mashallah.
And mashallah, they are skilled. They are skilled guys. Some of them build wooden houses. Some of them have CNC machines. They carve stuff, and they do amazing work. And there's Omanis around Oman, mashallah, and we interact and we share ideas.
So do you have like a community of people, and you have like seminars or things like that where you gather?
I think I'm new to them, so I don't know what happened. But I think they gathered before, and I can see in the group they always teach each other. We'll always. Sometimes someone would like to know what is the setup of protecting the wood. You'll see someone answering this answer, someone is answering that answer. So, mashallah, we have Omanis who are very skilled, and it's not a shame to be a carpenter. I mean, we create something from nothing, alhamdulillah, and it's amazing. There is something about working with your hand. I'll advise anyone to find anything to do with their hands. It's amazing how you feel. I mean, it's just it's blessing, really. So if anyone has any hobby who wants to start with their hands, please go ahead and do it. It's so relaxing. It's so addictive that sometimes I'll be in the workshop and times goes by until midnight and I don't even feel it.
Actually, Muhammad, a lot of famous people worked with their hands. So I am recently watching a Turkish series called Sultan Abdul Hamid. He's one of the last Ottoman sultans, and he in the movie he's always in his workshop working with wood, carving stuff, making stuff, and he does all the strategies of the country in the workshop while he's working. It makes him relax. And even if you look the Caesar of Rome, he used to do the clay. He used to do shapes and people's faces with clay, and they also used to do sculpture. So a lot of famous people and very influential people actually work with their hands, which is very relaxing and very it builds your creativity. True, so I believe what you're doing, you're on the right track. I just wanted to ask you, Muhammad, do you have a set of products, or you only do custom-made products? So can I walk into your workshop and see a list of products, or do I come and tell you I want a sculpture that looks like my foot, for example?
So
how does it work?
In the past, I used to take orders. So I mean, I learned from taking challenges from people. When they come and they want something, I'll create it. In the last 2 weeks, actually, I said, you know what? Let me try to introduce a product, and I introduced cutting boards made out of solid walnut, and Alhamdulillah, within 3 days, they are sold out. Yeah, those are
MashaAllah.
the ones.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. You
So,
look, Muhammad, you look very good with the apron. MashaAllah alayk.
He looks like Undertaker, right? Look. The Undertaker.
This is Muhammad. This is what happens when you give your pictures to Ali. I should have warned you in the beginning.
Okay, having said that, I want to show the viewers a video of the things, or some of the things that Muhammad has been doing. So let me just play this video.
MashaAllah. That's the tree from behind my house.
It's taken, man. It's taken.
I was wondering, where did it go? Now it's with Muhammad.
Now it's here.
MashaAllah.
Exactly.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
And yeah, mashallah, and he keeps continuing.
That's my mom's counter top.
Oh, that's the famous kitchen counter.
That's the counter. Yes.
Okay, that's the gas.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. MashaAllah. Do you have someone helping you in the workshop, or do you work alone?
You know, I always get people coming in and going out. I'm always welcoming people who want to learn. Whoever wants to learn and wants to help. So, subhanallah, I always have someone in the workshop. As now I have Lazhar, mashallah, he comes and he's just passionate. He's waiting for his certificate, so he's passionate in doing this work. I said, I'm always welcoming. So I always have people working around. Sometimes I'm alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Muhammad, where do you get this wood from? Are you buying them, or you just go and search?
No. Depends. I mean,
when I say go and search, I mean you go to the backyard or somewhere where there's construction. You
find
a dead tree.
No. Sometimes yes. Like I got a client who wanted a counter for her shop, and she wanted it out of raw trees stems. So I had to go somewhere and cut trees and clean them, treat them, and make that counter.
Okay, let me just show an example. So this is the video. How do you make this table? And the answer to this question is Muhammad goes out and searches in the wood, and then suddenly he finds this branches of tree, and he says, wow, I would like to take this. This is going to make... And then he started cutting it, and that made him happy. And he kept carrying on, changing his clothes, but he never stopped working. And the result is this table. MashaAllah.
Muhammad, how is the combination between wood and other products like glass or metal? I would assume that you would have to mix these other items with wood in one stage or the other, because if a client asks for a table made out of glass and wood, you will have also to sort out the glass part. So how does it work?
For the glass, it's easy. You just need to make a template of what you want and send it to the glass factory. I know few. I go and send them the templates, and they'll cut the glass for you. When it comes to steel, that's my next dream to start welding. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
That is actually a question by one of the viewers. Is if you're thinking about blacksmithing.
Yes, I would like to go into that, but see, somehow it's not like wood. It's more scarier because you're dealing with fire and gas, and I can't jump into it like how I jumped into the wood. You know, I've watched hundreds of videos on YouTube, and I've asked some of the guys who are in the group who are blacksmiths, and they said they're planning to do like a workshop. So inshallah, after getting to that workshop, I want to get into that welding and tag welding and arc welding. So yes,
Okay,
it's next for me.
Mohammed, if you start working with iron and metal, please book me and Ali. We want 2 swords, please.
Inshallah.
So the first swords that you make, we will buy them from you, inshallah.
Yes,
Khalas,
but
inshallah,
then
inshallah. I'll send you the photos.
Hatim.
Yes.
Why do you need the sword?
The sword has to be very sharp, that it can chop something off.
Something or someone. Why do you want a sword?
I'll tell you after the show, Ali. Don't get me shot.
I don't think you guys with long beard need to talk about this stuff, you know.
I just want to hang it in my living room, Ali. Khalas, I'm not gonna use the sword, yeah.
Why sword? You can hang anything. Why sword?
بيورطنا والله ذا الولد. Now, Mohammed, how do you do the pricing for your products? So is it based on the number of hours you spent on doing these type of products, or have you thought about it? Is it still a hobby, or is it becoming a business?
It's somehow, alhamdulillah, most of the things I made, they are sold out. So either it's an order or it's something I did. So the costing is at the beginning, it was more about I want to learn. So it wasn't about, really, it's not about the money. It's just to cover my expenses. And now I've noticed that, yes, you can make money out of these things, because if you just look in the market and see what is not there, and it's about working hours and cost of the items. That's how I cost things in.
Okay, do you have a plan? Do you also have a plan to train people in future? If anybody wanted that?
I would love to. I mean, I can't call myself an expert, but yes, if I can give my knowledge and forward to anyone.
But again, that will take me back to... Yeah, go ahead.
That's why I try to take a lot of videos while I'm doing my work and then post it in Instagram, so people know how these things are done and get motivated. And alhamdulillah, I got a lot of messages that people are motivated from seeing my videos, and that's good.
Yeah. So also we need to tell people that we will put Mohammed Al-KHAIFI's contact in the description after the show. So if you want to get in touch with him, then you can feel free to do that and help him make money. You're getting me 20% out of that.
Don't just go and visit him and say hello and drink tea. Buy products.
Buy products, exactly. But Mohammed, so everything happened learned through YouTube. Are you sure you have not really got somebody there came to you, asked you, held your hand and tried to help you? None of that happened. All through YouTube, 100%.
100% from YouTube. I mean, I visited workshop. I saw how people work, but it's YouTube. And somehow YouTube teach you better. I mean, where in Oman would you go and get a proper carpentry school or skills? I don't know. Maybe they are there, but I have no known about them. But YouTube, the good part about YouTube, you type anything, like corner 45 degrees connecting wood. You'll get hundreds of ways of how to do that. So it's just it has everything is there صراحة.
How about blending Arabic calligraphy in your work by one of the viewers?
I'd love to. I've seen, as I said, I've seen guys doing it in Oman. Mostly they use CNC machine, it's computer numeric system, where they design in the computer and the machine does the curving. It's much easier and much faster. But it's each product comes to me, it's a challenge. And really, if someone comes and tell me, I need cabinets, I normally say, sorry, I don't have the capability or the manpowers to do a whole cabinet. But if it's something small and challenging, like that table, I mean, that was something different, and no one did it before. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll do it. I had to open those legs maybe 3-4 times and put them together until I got the right setup for it. But at the end, it turned out to be a beautiful piece of art, and now I get people wanting the same order again. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody said you noticed that your chair, you made your own chair. Is it?
No.
That's the cutting. That's the cutting board behind it. That's the cutting board. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. Should do autonomy.
Yeah. Mohammed, do you believe in specialization? Like certain carpenters would only work with cupboards or wardrobes and so on. Some of them will only work making chairs. Some of them will only do cutting boards, for example. Are you open enough to try everything, or you are only focusing on certain things at the moment?
No, I'm open to try everything. Everything that's challenging, everything that's hard, it's enjoyable. It's doing the same thing. It's what made me leave my first work at the beginning. So
I hope your employer doesn't hear this.
Alhamdulillah. No, really. It's good to do certain things to divert yourself to do different stuff. Yes, but as a small carpenter, maybe inshallah in the future, if I see things going well and open a carpentry. But I don't want to be the same carpentry that like every other carpentry, building cabinets. No, I want to do something different. I want to do something unique. Tables, that are not any like tables. Pieces of art, like you see the cutting boards. They're not even straight. They go. You've seen the cutting board, they like go into different shapes. Yeah.
That looks like the tree behind Hatim's house.
and somehow, subhanallah, you are being appreciated as an Omani working in a carpentry. I feel people appreciate you more. I feel the day you have workers doing your work, you're same like any other carpenters, carpentries out there.
Mohammed, if you don't mind me asking, what do your kids think of you now after you started this hobby?
No, they're very proud of me. They're very proud of me. I'm trying. I mean, between time to time, I take them to teach them slowly. But kids nowadays, they like computers more than other things.
more than carpentry.
Yes.
Mohammed, what has carpentry added to Mohammed as a person? What did it change in you? What did it add to your character?
Apart from the beard.
I think I'm more focused. I'm more relaxed. I have no free time. Free time is always you always look for things to do. But now I have no free times, and I think it made me calmer.
Your son loves
someone
you.
says we love him.
Thank you,
Mohammed.
Rashid.
Again, he paid a lot of people today. He paid a lot of people.
I didn't pay anyone.
How old is Rashid, by the way?
Rashid is 16 years old.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
So what does
we have another.
What skill your uncle Saud has? That was by Sheikh Musallam.
Oh, my uncle Saud, what skill doesn't he have? MashaAllah alayh. He's one of those uncles, MashaAllah, who can't sit down. He does everything. He does carpentry, he does welding, he does fishing, he does running, he does cycling.
Oh, so you have it in the family. It runs in the blood.
Yeah.
So you can't make him a chair because he can't sit. Oh man.
Yeah. MashaAllah alayhi, MashaAllah.
Mohammed,
He's a very active person.
Mohammed, if I may ask you, what is the most difficult piece you've ever made or product?
Oh, I think it was an order of a table, coffee table, and I had to use walnut. It's an expensive wood, and it was challenging for me because I had to join the grains. It's called river table, so the grains flow from the top all the way till down. So
Yes.
I decided to use a 4 centimeter thick wood. Turns out to be a very heavy when you join them together. And then it was challenging also to get the cuts, the 45 degrees on a small machine. It was really challenging, and but يعني alhamdulillah at the end it was achievable.
Okay, having said that, do you have a dream project in your mind in terms of carpentry? Is there something that you want to do and you're trying to prepare for it now?
Ali, it's supposed to be a secret.
If it's not a secret, if it's a secret, then yeah, please.
No. I mean, I always want to improve, and the problem is here in Oman, raw materials are not as we can't find everything. Today, I would like to make a table out of a full slab of wood. One piece of wood. That would be an amazing work. Also to include resin in it, but I can't find that, and to order it is really expensive. And I'm between, if I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be, is there anyone gonna buy it? So it's about,
yeah.
I mean, there are always something there to do, Ali. But in terms of dream, I have to do my kitchen in the house, and I don't know when I'm gonna do that.
Well, you have to please the minister of interior in the house. So work on that kitchen, man. Do something about it. Otherwise, that workshop will be closed soon.
You start with your own kitchen, and if we like it, then we will bring you to our kitchen.
No. I have to do other kitchens. Do other kitchens first to get the experience, then do my kitchen.
Exactly. So I think you might have already answered the question by Fara'id Al-Malki, who says, have you considered using a certain type of wood from native Omani plants? So I think
I did use a couple of times the summer. Summer is a very strong wood.
Yes.
And even cutting it, you feel the machine wants to stop, mashallah. But again, sourcing this type of material is not easy. I went around and looked around, and it's not easy to find a dead tree. It's against the rule to cut a live tree.
Yeah.
So yes. and if it's dead, it's already been cut by small pieces for people who wants to use it for sure or mishkak or other stuff.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Mohammed, I wanted to ask you: have you experimented working with palm trees, nakhil, to make products that are unique to the identity of Oman? Yani like souvenirs, where you can sell them to the tourist, for example, that this is an Omani wood, and also the product is something that represents Oman, like a fort or a khanjar or a camel or a small Ali, for example.
Hatim, yeah, I was about to say Hatim.
Well, the characteristic of the palm tree, the trunk, is more like strings. It's not as strong to curve or to come up with a product. But yes, there are people there, as I said, there are Omanis, mashallah, who create stuff like sa'af and other things. But for me, I never really, I would be lying if I said I did. No, I didn't do anything.
You would be the first one if it has to do with carpentry, don't you think so, apart from sa'af?
Yeah. Inshallah, I should look into it.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw a report on TV where There's a lot of things that you can do with palm trees. One of the guys, I think he's from Samail, he noticed that people are burning the palm leaves when they're dry. So he thought of an idea. He started collecting them and grind these leaves into powder, and then process them and make doors. And he starts manufacturing doors for houses, and people buy them. So I think with technology and modern means, people can come up with the creative ideas, modern ideas, inshallah.
Inshallah. I think we're already about to end this show. Is there any more question, Hatim, you want to ask?
We had one more question, Ali, from Sheikh Musallam KHAIFY. I don't know if you saw it. Can you just repeat that? Yes.
Hope you always consider environment and not cut life. No, we don't cut life trees.
Okay.
Another one before we end. Who's that? Who are you talking about, Talal?
You,
right?
You're
talking
very
about me, right?
No, of course not you. He's talking about Muhammad.
No. Barakallah feek, Talal. Ahsant. Jazakallah khair.
So thank you very much, Muhammad. That was really fruitful information. And not just that, I think you're trying to bring that idea to people that nothing is difficult, and you don't have to always find an excuse, say, I cannot learn, I don't have money to learn. There's always an opportunity to learn online nowadays, as opposed to in the past where we used to try to find books.
Muhammad, inshallah, next year I'll be moving to my new house, and I'll be calling you, inshallah. So I have a lot of work for you to do, inshallah.
Tashrif, Sheikh. Thank you very much, guys, for calling me into this show. It was an amazing صراحة to meet you, both of you. I mean, I know you guys way back since you guys were student, I think, in LNG. I don't know if you remember this, guys.
Yeah, very long time ago in the 90s.
Long time ago.
Yes,
but Alhamdulillah, Allah brought us together again, and it won't be the last time, inshallah. And for sure, we'll come and have Karakti in your workshop soon, inshallah.
You're always welcome.
With a mug made by Muhammad al-Khaifi.
Tashrif, inshallah, khalas. Next time, tell me when you're coming, the mug will be ready, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Take care of yourself, Muhammad, and well done. Keep up. We're very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Muhammad. So, Hatim.
Yes.
How do you find this? Did you think about something now?
It was a very interesting interview, and I'm very proud of Muhammad. And I hope other young people, such as Muhammad, take his footsteps, and not necessarily carpentry, but anything else. Just occupy your time with something useful and be creative, and the sky is the limit.
Exactly, sky is the limit. Thank you, Sheikh Musallam. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair, you too. And inshallah, we will invite you also one day for something.
Inshallah.
With that, let me just, before we end this, please do like and share this video, this episode. And if you have not subscribed to, please do subscribe to our channel, Ummati Station, and hit that indication button. So with that, Hatim, thank you very much once again. And thanks to all our viewers, everybody who participated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.